Canada's diplomatic standoff with the U.S. Is the F-35 deal at risk? Canada and the United States are facing a new wave of diplomatic tensions, raising serious questions about the future of their defense and trade relations. One of the most striking developments in this ongoing dispute is Canada's potential reconsideration of its $13 billion purchase of F-35 fighter jets from the U.S. This deal, which was expected to modernize Canada's Air Force, now hangs in the balance as Ottawa signals a possible shift in military cooperation, a trade dispute turning into a defense shakeup. For nearly 2 years, Canada has faced economic pressures from the United States, including tariffs on steel, aluminum, and agricultural products. The Trump administration's aggressive trade policies have fueled frustration in Ottawa, leading many Canadian leaders to question whether they should continue relying so heavily on a single supplier for their defense needs. In a recent interview on March 12, Prime Minister Mark Carney acknowledged these growing concerns, stating, "Canada must recognize that it cannot trust the United States in every matter. Perhaps it is time to reassess the F-35 project." Adding to this sentiment, Defense Minister Blair, during a press conference on March 14th, revealed that Canada is actively considering alternative fighter jets from European manufacturers. This statement sparked intense debate, raising the possibility that Canada might abandon the F-35 purchase altogether, exploring European alternatives. Historically, Canada has been deeply integrated with the U.S. defense industry. However, the latest tensions have led to discussions about European alternatives, including Eurofighter Typhoon, jointly developed by the UK, Germany, Italy, and Spain; Dassault Rafale, France's leading fighter jet; Saab Gripen, Sweden's advanced multi-role fighter. While none of these aircraft fully match the F-35 in stealth capability, they offer lower maintenance costs and greater flexibility in supplier relationships. European manufacturers are already making strong pitches, arguing that their aircraft can meet Canada's defense needs while reducing dependence on the U.S. What would canceling the F-35 deal mean? Canada had planned to acquire 88 F-35s, with initial deliveries set for 2026, replacing the aging CF-18 fleet by the early 2030s. If the deal is scrapped, Canada will have to restart a lengthy evaluation process for a new fighter jet, delaying its Air Force modernization plans. On the economic front, canceling the deal could escalate trade tensions with the U.S., potentially leading to retaliatory tariffs and further straining diplomatic ties. However, some Canadian politicians argue that this move would signal independence and a shift towards broader international partnerships. The U.S. response, a warning of consequences. Unsurprisingly, Washington is closely watching Canada's next move. According to leaked reports from the U.S. Department of Defense, American officials fear that a cancellation would severely damage bilateral relations. One unnamed official stated, "Canada is a key ally and a partner in the F-35 program. We hope they do not make a decision that could set back our defense cooperation." What's next? A turning point in Canada-U.S. relations. This debate goes beyond just fighter jets. It represents a broader reassessment of Canada's trade and defense policies. Some analysts suggest that if Ottawa moves away from the F-35 deal, it could also expand defense ties with the UK, France, and Germany and explore new free trade agreements with the EU. For now, the Canadian government is keeping its options open. Foreign Minister Melanie Joly recently stated, "If the U.S. continues to impose unfair tariffs, we will explore alternatives in strategic areas." This suggests that Canada may be using the F-35 issue as leverage in ongoing trade negotiations. A major decision on the horizon, according to political insiders. Canada is expected to make a final decision within 2 months. There are 2 likely scenarios. 1. Canada cancels the F-35 deal, leading to a U.S. backlash and potential economic consequences. 2. Canada and the U.S. reach a compromise, allowing the F-35 purchase to move forward while addressing trade concerns. With diplomatic tensions at a peak, the world is watching to see whether Ottawa will make a historic shift away from U.S. defense reliance or whether this is simply a high-stakes bargaining tactic. What do you think? Will Canada stand firm and seek new partners, or will it ultimately maintain its long-standing alliance with the United States?